on in my soul. You know, that's a song that I will probably sing the rest of the day, because every time that we do sing, and I do sing, and everybody's nodding their head, you hear yes. It's one of those songs that we were just discussing this morning, songs that we were singing this morning, and I was singing Country Roads. Remember that old John Denver song? I was singing that. And thank you very much for our singers and our musicians, our band, for blessing us and blessing you at home. So if you're at home, give them a lovely little clap there. Woo, Lordy child. You are in store for a witnessing of God in your life like you've never experienced before. I sold. When I was in 6th grade, that 6th grade math teacher who pulled me up out of my chair by my hair and said, "You'll never be anything." I'll say, I wish she was alive to Google my name. Because I understood that I was bigger than the doubts of those who were around me. I'm bigger than those who don't understand the greatness in God in me. And I ask you at home, stop short selling yourself. Stop allowing what happened to you as a child to define you as an adult. Stop short selling yourself. Sell yourself for what you think you're worth. Live your life for what you think you're worth, not what your ex-husband, your ex-wife, not what your coworkers think, not what someone said to you in 6th grade, but start living what you think you are worth. I read a really good story about a ship engine, and if you've ever seen a picture of them, they're huge. They're huge ship engines. Woo! And the ship engine had stopped working. So they were out at sea and they had stopped working, and they had an on-site engineer who worked on engines on the ship. So he came into the ship engine room, analyzed the situation, pulled a little bitty hammer out, went over and went bing, bing, bing. The engine started working. About a week or two later, the ship company got a bill from him for $10,000, and they called him up and said, $10,000? You hardly did anything. He said, "You're not paying me for hitting the engine with my hammer. You're paying me for what I'm worth. Because what I'm worth is I knew to hit the engine. It wasn't the hammer that hit the engine, it was my knowledge that hit the engine." So I ask you, in your life is that big revolving motor in your big ship of life. And I encourage you, take the hammer out and hit that engine, get it to rolling. Get that engine to rolling and live your life to the fullest. Stop selling yourself short on what people say you're worth. Start selling yourself for what God has told you're worth. Thank you very much for joining us today.